Hello, teachers. Come on in. We are going to be talking about a very special day coming up in the month of February, February 2022, on either the 2nd or the 22nd, something that we call Tuesday. And I got to listen to my own voice there. Tuesday, it is a special event, especially if you are a second grade teacher, and we are looking at possibly either February 22nd or February 2nd, or you could do both. You could do one. I've even heard some teachers are saying they're celebrating Tuesday, TWO Tuesday, for the whole week in February. So I am here to show you some ideas, talk about some things that you could do to celebrate Tuesday. It is coming. So this is what I want to show you. TWO Tuesday. So this is what's kind of fun about this. So the teachers in the Lucky Second Grade Teachers Facebook group have been talking, and they've talked about how the irony or the specialness, whatever you want to call it, with all the twos of this date, or February 2nd, which is the 1-2. But also, if you are a second grade teacher, this is even better because then you have the second grade number 2 there. And then also Tuesday happens to fall on February 22nd on a Tuesday. So all kinds of fun happening here. And so we're going to go ahead and talk about what are some things that you could do in your classroom with or without our Lucky Little Learners Tuesday pack. I'm going to give you some ideas. They aren't all in the pack. Some of these things you can just implement on your own. So we're going to talk about that. If you are watching here live or on the replay, let me know what grade you teach, because I'm always curious to see what kind of audience we have watching here on this video. So what grade do you teach? Hey, Amanda, I'm so excited that you are in here as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at just a sample schedule. So this schedule you're going to see is going to just walk through all the main components of a second grade, first grade lesson. Not lesson day. So you may not teach them in this order, but a lot of classroom teachers end up having a lot of these things happen throughout the day. So we're going to actually just walk through each of these pieces and some ideas that you could do on this Tuesday day. Okay. One of the things that I will also say is a lot of times teachers in the younger grades will celebrate the 100th day. What we find as second grade teachers specifically is by the time it's been talked about in first grade and kindergarten, we're really looking for our own thing in second grade. And so that's why this event of Tuesday could really be a fun one. So anyways, let's just get started. Letting me know here, a lot of second grade teachers, actually some third, some first I'm seeing. So good to know. Keep letting me know if you haven't let me know yet what grade you teach. Some split classes going on. Awesome. Okay, so let's just walk through a sample schedule. So to start off, if you do morning work, which I know a lot of you do, we can do one of the ideas is a crown, a Tuesday crown, or an I Spy activity, something like this. And this would be in our second grade pack, but again, this is just an option. So the fun thing with these is that it's all about things that are in pairs. So play on words with the number 2. You can talk about duos, pairs, doubles, twins, all kinds of fun things. I will also say this. When you're preparing for this day, if you want to have your kids dress up, I know some teachers in our Facebook group are talking about dressing kids up. For this day, you could have it be like a twin day where they can dress like a friend, or wear your tutu. That's kind of a fun idea. Lots of, my husband's shaking his head. He's like, nope, not me. But lots of fun things you can do there. So this is just one idea for morning work. The idea for the reading lesson, I just want to look at this. We actually have other suggestions of books. One suggestion that we included in our Tuesday pack is using the book Tuesday by David Wisner. And then we have included some different things to go with it, like these comprehension questions for the book of Tuesday. And then also we've included some sequencing things where they're going to put that in there. Also Tuesday, some writing about a magical event, and these are all tied to the book. So those are some options for if you decide you want to do the read aloud of Tuesday. Some other read alouds, and I would love to hear from you if you have any read alouds that come to mind. Some read alouds that we actually came up with that had to do with the number 2. Besides Tuesday, we thought of Two of Everything by Lily Toy Hong, which is about a magical pot and that anything that you put into it doubles. Some of you probably have heard it before, so that's an idea. You can also work in those input-output math tables into that one. Another book suggestion was One Grain of Rice by Demi, which is all about doubling, and then you could work in that math concept of creating some activities to go with like doubles facts or multiplying by 2. So I would love to hear from you if you have any ideas of books that have to do with 2, because that's just kind of a fun thing to add in there. Let's go ahead and look down here. So we talked about some options for the reading lesson. And actually, I have another question for you as you're watching. One of the questions that came up in my Facebook group was, what are some book series that have 2 characters that are like friends or a duo? And some of the ones that came to my mind were like Frog and Toad, or Clifford and Emily, or Piggy and Elephant, or Pinky and Rex, Henry and Mudge. So I would love to see a list of suggestions there too, because that's another idea for those that want to celebrate Tuesdays, just simply through read alouds and pulling out some of those that have to do with 2 book characters as friends. All right, so let's go down to small groups. So some small group ideas. Henry and Mudge, good one, Becky. Henry and Mudge is a good one. So small group ideas that have to do with the number 2. I'm just going to show you a couple of them. One of the suggestions was a partner game with 2-syllable words, and it's where each player can choose a color and then they take turns, and then on their turn they choose a circle to read the word and then color the circle with their color with the hope to get 4 in a row. And so you can see here, like player 1 would be red, player 2 would be yellow, and we do include a couple of different options there. So that's kind of a fun little small group activity that can be done for Tuesday, dealing with the number 2. Another small group activity that you could use during Tuesday is actually this reading passage. It's a Tuesday reading passage where all about the day Tuesday, and you could do some of these questions to go with it for comprehension. If you really wanted to take it far, you could even do some fluency tracking there, but just a fun idea for Tuesday. And then another thing on here is double bubble, compare and contrast. So you've got that those compare and contrast like bubble maps, and here are some suggestions that we actually gave you for comparing and contrasting apples to oranges or whatever, just some different things there. So some ideas for small group. Moving down to literacy centers, again, all things to do with the number 2, duos, pairs, doubles, what have you. So I'm just going to pull a couple of these out here. We won't look at all of them, but one of the ideas was a 2-themed handwriting practice. And so we've got these joke of the day, number 2 themed handwriting pages, which would be kind of fun to do during that. Another idea was these compound word activity where you have, for example, football. I wish I could show you this a little better. And then what the kids do is they have to put the 2 words that go together, again, number 2 words that go together to make the compound word, and then put it on the recording sheet, which looks something like this. So that one's kind of fun to go with the number 2. Another 2-themed center activity could be double consonants, where they have, and mine aren't, let's see here. Mine aren't all cut out, but let me just show you one that's not one that's not cut out yet. But these are like little puzzles, and so what they do is they have those double consonants in there. They have to match the word to the picture, and then they put it on their recording sheet. Again, practicing like the double consonants idea. So working with the word double there. Let's see, what else do we got? Those are just some examples of some literacy centers for Tuesday. Going down, these are some, we've got some fun brain breaks linked. One that's called 2 Types of People, the double scoop dance. These are just clickable links inside of the pack that you can give your kids some nice brain breaks wherever you choose to sprinkle them throughout the day. Moving down, so math lesson to do with the number 2. So we've got 2-digit addition and subtraction double scoops. So this is a worksheet depending on what you're working on this type or in the month of February, but one where you can just take some 2-digit addition problems, and then they cut out the answers and then they put those onto the worksheet. You're welcome, Kelly. I'm glad you got it. So that's one. We also have subtraction. Again, double digit. So depending on what your kids need practice with. So that's kind of fun. We also have, let me just look on here, double-decker addition worksheet. Here's another double addition type practice here. So fun options there. I will also say this, as you're watching, are you planning to celebrate Tuesday on February 2nd or February 22nd? I really am curious to know that. So let me know in the comments as you're watching. And I also will say this, that's one of the beautiful things of these Facebook Lives and this wonderful teaching community is sometimes some of the best ideas not just come from the video itself, but in the comment section. So I really encourage you guys to start talking and start sharing what are some things that like really stick with you, some ideas that you really love, some things you're going to try, because you could learn from each other in the comments as well. And actually, let's just take a little break from this. Like one of the things that we can talk about too is even something like snacks can be fun and made into like a doubles or a theme of 2 as well. So different snack ideas. I'd love to hear if you have any ideas, but some things that we thought of were Twix bars, Twinkies, double mint gum. A lot of Little Debbie's will have doubles in there. Pears, got a little play on word there. Pears, Tootsie Rolls. So there's some ideas, of course, not the most healthy of options, but some fun little snack ideas for essentially a special event or a special day. All right, let's go on to math centers. I'm seeing a lot of you say the 22nd is when you are doing it because Groundhog's Day is the 2nd. Good point, Heather. All right, math centers. So I'm just going to show you a few of them that we have included in the Tuesday pack. One of them is a double it up game. Here's what it looks like. And essentially what happens is the kids are going to partner up, they're going to roll a dice, and they're going to double the number on the dice. Then they're going to color the sum. They're going to take turns, and if the space they need is not available, you miss that turn. The player with the most squares colored when the board is full wins. And so we already did include a couple different board games here for double it up. So that's fun too. Let's see, I'm just going to show you a couple other things. This one is a skip counting by 2's maze. This is a fun one if you have access to a gym. I know this is a bit of a stretch, but maybe it's like a something you can do for math centers if you can have a group leave the classroom for part of this, or if you have a basket in your classroom. It's a tally chart and bar graph activity for math, and they have a player 1, player 2. They shoot for baskets, and that gets worked into the activity itself. Another fun one, totally colorful sheet here. So that's really fun. Different math facts that they're practicing. Some challenging little math challenges here on the bottom. That one's a lot of fun. This next one, I love this one. I absolutely love this one. So these are called Seeing Double. Again, the play on the 2. And the kids are going to take and fill up the other side to be symmetrical with the left side. And we've included a lot of options here. We know that all teachers can't print color, so we did include the black and white. We've also included a lot of different options for this. So you can see different designs. I'm just going to flip through these really quick because these are really, really fun. And I can speak from experience on this. Kids love this type of thing. And really, month of February, when you start getting to the end of winter, beginning of spring, we're getting into those geometry concepts that really probably fit well into your schedule with your time of year anyways. So there's some different Seeing Double things. There's also these 2s. You could also do a little bit tougher one where it's just blacked out and they have to figure out how to fit those on there. So a lot of really good things there. Here's another math thing. I wish I could zoom out a little bit better, but it says Tuesday. So We got a multiplication. If you are starting any of the multiplication, or if you're a third grade teacher, I guess you could do that. So those are some different things there. All right. That's not all of them. As you can see, we've got other ones on here that I'm just going to keep moving. For STEAM, we have different ideas. Tinker Tuesday. We have Tech Tuesday. Here's some different Tech Tuesday ideas. It says find each item below. Use a camera or a device to take a photo or video of each item. So kind of like a little scavenger hunt. All things to do with 2. Another thing, and if you guys have any questions too, Brandon, my husband, is on standby. I've got him right here. So if you have any questions, he is checking that. Another thing to go with STEAM when it comes to the A and art, the number 2 animals or something else, where they can get creative and make an animal or something else out of the number 2. And we also have these to go with it, where if you take a look, we provide the 2, and then there's directed drawings, different steps to make the animal when it's all done, which are really fun because they all stem from a 2. So you can see the rat starts with a 2, and then they keep going. We've got a bird, we got a frog, and I did the frog. But how cute is that to go with the 2? So adding to the theme there. All right, and then to wrap it up, and again, your day doesn't have to go in this order. We just wanted to make sure we included every piece of a typical school day. So writing. So we do have a couple ideas here. We've got a 20 years prompt, or we have some duo prompts. So the 20 years prompt.
I got a fan. Hi, Heidi.
Heidi, he read your comment. He likes it. The 20 years one is kind of fun. Where will you be in 20 years? What will you look like? What's your job, your family, your hobbies? And then this is just kind of the graphic organizer that can be moved over to some kind of writing template like you see here. So different options, which are fun. A fun option for writing. Or if you wanted a different option, you could also do one of these where they've got, we provide like a little paragraph here. The kids will draw a picture and very good. That's my very sad attempt at Clifford. And then a story.
I knew it was.
I know, that's impressive. So there you go. And here's my cat. This is one from the directed drawings. Anyways, so that's kind of a fun option. We do provide some extra writing paper for those as well. So, and then to round it off at the very bottom, we've got some brag tags and lanyards also included. Katie, don't make fun of me. Some other brag tags and lanyards included. I don't have those printed in front of me, but that all have a Tuesday theme. Some other things that I've been seeing teachers talk about in our Facebook group are things like, is there like a little tiny gift we can give to the kids as a way to make this day feel extra special? Some ideas we saw are like number 2 pencils, because at this time of year in February, kids are going to be needing some anyways. So giving them a little fancy pencil and a fancy number 2 pencil, or even a Tuesday themed bookmark, which are free on our blog. So I did link that above this video if you want to take a look. Completely free. So take a look. I also have some other freebies on that are linked in this video. So after you get done watching this, if you go click that, it'll get you some other things that are also free to go with Tuesday. Let's see here. I think that's about it. Does anybody have any questions about Tuesday? Any other additional ideas? I hope that you guys are celebrating with all of us. I know if you are not already on the Lucky Second Grade Teachers Facebook group, the conversations in there are just awesome. Different ideas for, I've seen even like great ideas for t-shirt designs for teachers to wear on that day, different themed dress up days, just all kinds of fun things to go with Tuesday. So I definitely encourage you though, when you get done watching this, click on that blog link above, because it will show you a bunch of ideas and links to things that we didn't even go through that are available to you. So Kelly says, Taylor Swift's Feeling 22 clip. Thanks a million. Enjoy your nice glass of your favorite beverage. Thanks, Sandra. I just might do that. All right, Brandon, did you see any questions come through that I missed? I'm really excited about this, you guys, and I think that especially if you're a second grade teacher, I feel like this could be a really, really cool thing. And I don't think, I mean, yes, this year, 2022, is extra special, or this coming year is extra special with the year being 22, but I think that there's no reason we can't celebrate this every year on the 22nd or the 2nd and just make it a thing. So any questions, Brandon?
I don't think so.
Awesome. All right, guys. Well, I am going to be kind of checking the comments. So if you do have anything that you're wondering or wanting to know or what have you, feel free to drop that in the comments. Otherwise, I appreciate you watching, and I'm sure I'll be connecting with you very soon.